Hey guys, welcome back to JR14. Here I am with another video for you guys today. Project Mark 7. We have had her for now about almost 2.5 years, and we have 70,000 miles in 2.5 years on this Project Mark 7, on the 2017 Volkswagen Mark 7 GTI. And here we're going to discuss how the car has been with reliability, maintenance, and performance. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start on this video. Alright, first of all, before we start this video of the 70,000 mile review on the Project Mark 7, I'm going to give a special shout out to Deutsch Auto Parts Shop.com for all your Volkswagen and Audi needs for OEM parts. If you need oil change kits or anything like that, I recommend them. They've been absolutely fantastic with getting the parts in this car, such as the rear main seal and oil filters and everything such as that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on this video. So back in September 2016, I had a 2013 Honda Accord V6, and I knew that I wanted something smaller, something a little bit more practical, something with great fuel economy, but more importantly, something fun to drive. And that's why I chose the 2017 Mark 7. I've had this car, as I said before, I've had this car for roughly about a little over 2 years now, almost a year, almost 2 years. Almost 2.5 years of ownership, and I can definitely say that this has been absolutely a fantastic experience. Some things good, some things bad, but mostly good, and I don't regret buying this car at all. I still to this day have no desire to purchase anything else at the moment. I'm not replacing this car with anything else. This thing has been absolutely perfect for me. A couple of things that I wanted to talk about. So what we're going to be talking about, like I said, we're going to be talking about reliability. We're going to talk about you know, as far as maintenance, oil changes, fluid, all the fluid changes in the car. We're going to go over that. We're going to go over reliability and the bad word that goes against Volkswagen of having a vehicle over a certain amount of miles, 50, 60,000 miles, where you might have to start worrying about it. But that's not the case with this, and this is what I think of the Mark 7 after 70,000 miles. Sorry, first of all, sorry that I look so damn cold because it's freezing out here in New York City, but as you can see, we are back in winter mode. No more vinyl, stock wheels and tires back on it. And this is just because of the fact that we're gonna give this car a fresh start. And you know, 70,000 miles, it's way too cold to run those summer tires in New York. I almost learned that the hard way, but much better with the all seasons. I will be putting those wheels back on in the spring. And I took the livery off due to the fact that when I went to a car wash, I didn't go to a regular car wash. I went to a hand car wash, and when I was looking away, they put a brush on my car, which is a huge no-no, and they actually scraped most of the vinyl off the car. So I just took the rest of it off, and unfortunately, unfortunately that happened. Shout out to Corso Auto Design and Mo Mods for designing that wrap. And also, here's a quick shot of what it used to look like. If you're new to the channel and you don't know what the car used to look like, this is what it used to look like right now. Not a BMW. Also, if you wanted to watch any of the videos of this is not a video to talk about the current mods on the car or anything like that. If you want to see a wheel reveal video, or if you want to see the modifications currently done to Project Mark 7 and everything that's done to this car before I took the livery off and put the stock wheels back on it, click in the upper right hand corner of the screen and you will see that video right now. As you guys know, I usually really do take care of my car. I clean it on a regular basis. I maintain it on a regular basis. I followed almost every service interval to the T. I may have been late here and there, but I've been on point with every single one of them. So this is what the engine looks like after 70,000 miles. And as you can see, not much has changed other than the fact that we have the original battery in the car, which is a thing for Volkswagen. A lot of people seem to think that, oh, I need a new battery after a while. Still have the OEM battery, ECU, fuse box. I never even had to change a fuse in this car. Everything has been fantastic. I've installed a couple of things myself just to keep the longevity of the motor current, and that is with the oil catch can from ECS Tuning. Also, I obviously for performance mods, I've done MST open air intake. I can close this section off to make it a closed box, but I do have plans to change the intake anyway. By the way, a little plug, if you do want this intake, DM me on my Instagram page, that is JR14YT, and I will give you a price quote on this intake system and shipping costs. This is the major thing of why people are so scared of Volkswagens, and its motors, timing chains, all those other things. I understand that, you know, oh well, this one person drove on 100,000 miles. That's no guarantee that I can drive 100,000 miles. Well, here you go, 70,000 miles, and all I've done with this car is change transmission fluid at 40,000 miles. Every oil change has been done, and every single time I've hit 5,000 miles, every 5,000 miles I changed the oil in this car along with the filter. Also, I've done coolant flushes in this car before. I've done it once just because of a maintenance issue. Not a maintenance issue, but for a maintenance concern. For peace of mind of myself, I didn't have to do it, but I decided to do it. And then also, that's it. The only thing that I have not done yet, I actually, at 60,000 miles, Volkswagen recommends to check the serpentine belt to make sure that there's no cracks, there's no tears. I actually checked that, it seemed to be fine, so I'm actually going to be replacing it very soon. And stick around the JR14, because I'm going to give you a full video on the maintenance upkeep on this car, how to do everything really quickly, and it's not going to be piece by piece by piece. It's actually really easy. A lot of this stuff you can do yourself. The oil change, the pollen filter, cleaning the intake, air filter, stuff like that. Stuff that you can do at home and to make sure that your car runs well. And that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing on the road. Like I said before, we're going to be discussing a bunch of different things with the GTI in regards of the 70,000 miles. Like I told you before, it's 70,000 miles, 71,557 to be exact. And we're going to talk about a number of different things with the car. So I'm just looking my surroundings and everything. So first we're going to talk about, first thing I want to talk to you guys about is maintenance. Now, everyone is scared of the GTI platform after around 50, 60,000 miles. And there's no reason to be, and I'll tell you why. So maintenance, I've done oil changes every 5,000 miles consistently ever since I got the car brand new. After around 30,000 miles, I started doing the oil changes myself. Very easy, very simple how to do it. It's not difficult at all. With that, you just have to really make sure that you do all your oil changes on a regular basis. You have to make sure you do all your oil changes. I change my spark plugs every 30,000 miles. Currently right now, I believe, I forgot the name of them, forgive me. I believe there's something called IH something 24 Denso plugs. I got them to about 0.24 gap. And they've been solid. They've been fantastic. They've been great so far. And I haven't had any issues with it. Around 80,000 miles is when I have to change them again. And I might do the RS7 plugs because these Densos are really difficult to find. I really can't find them anywhere. I can really say that the oil changes are around. If you do it yourself, the oil, and you can get kits from Shop DAP, Deutsche Auto Parts, for a relatively good price. Some kits are around 60, 70 bucks. And that was it. Now at a 40,000 mile mark, and I was supposed to create a video for you guys for the 40,000 mile mark, but unfortunately I didn't do that. You know, I got caught up with a lot of other videos and content, and two, I wasn't expecting to get there, so I wasn't expecting to get the 40K so quick. But at 40,000 miles, what you would have to do is, obviously for that service, I did the oil change, I did the transmission service as well. Also at around, and also the cabin filter. At 30,000 miles or 35,000 miles, I did the Haldex fluid. If you don't have a performance package car, you don't have to worry about this. They use Haldex fluid just like the Golf R's for the front diff. If you do not have the bigger brakes, or if you do not have the, you know, the calipers, or yeah, if you don't have the brake calipers that say GTI on the side, you don't have to worry about this at all. This road is really bumpy. You have, or if you know for a fact you do have the performance package, then you have that built in the car. You have to do that service around 30,000 miles. I did it around 35. I didn't have the time to do it. I didn't track the car as often as I'm going to do for 2019. But yeah. So I recommend doing that service. Actually, I'm going to be doing another video for you guys of all the maintenance that need to be done in the car. So currently I need an oil change. I need new wiper blades. What else do I need? Cabin filter, oil filter. I did the differential service. I just did when I replaced the clutch, just because the clutch was out and it was easy to do, so I just like, screw it, just get it done. And if you need service kits, I do totally recommend Shop Tap, Deutsche Auto Parts. They definitely have these kits available. I know the Humble Mechanic uses them, Charles, and I use them as well. Now, since I drive more spiritedly, the car recommends 5W30, but I actually put the 5W40 in from Rove Motor Oil. That is the oil that I use in the car. It's fantastic. I had no issues with viscosity changing or anything like that. So you should be good to go with Rove Motor Oil. You could pay a dealership, like Huntington Volkswagen, I believe, charges $40 for an oil change, 50 bucks for an oil change now. They are under new management, so the prices have changed a little bit, but they're still very reasonable. The only thing that I have not done that I really need to do is two things. One, I need to do the carbon cleanup, the carbon built cleanup in the heads for the valves. I need to do that. Shout out to TCR Performance. They're actually going to be doing the install for me. I talked to Josh. He quoted me a really easy price, or not easy price, but a very reasonable price for doing that. And I'm going to actually do that within the next few weeks when I have time, of course, because of holidays and everything else. The second thing that I need to do on this car is the brake flush. I have not done brake fluid yet. I never felt the need to, but I am going to do full brake fluid. I'm going to replace it with Multi.4 if they have any from Shop Tap Auto Parts. If they have anything like that, and I'm going to do it myself, or I'm probably going to have TCR Performance do that as well. But yeah, so I'll do those things. Those are the only two things I have not done. I've changed spark plugs on a normal basis. I've changed oil at every 5,000 miles. I have not missed a beat on that. Pretty much the car has been fantastic. Now, since we talked about maintenance, I just want to talk about reliability, because that's the main issue of what people have with this type of car. And people are just like, oh my god, it's reliability, I'm scared to buy a Volkswagen because it's a German car and stuff just goes wrong. And honestly, I can sit here and say that you're not gonna have any trouble. If you do the regular maintenance, I drive my car hard. I've driven it on a racetrack before. I've done multiple autocross events in 2018 before, and I have never had an issue. As long as you keep up with the maintenance, you should have no issues. I have 71,000 miles, 71,000, now 561 miles, but I've had this car for a little over 2 years. I drive a lot for work. I drive a lot for meeting, for events, and for the channel. So I drive, and I have never had an issue with this car. I had a check engine light before. That was for my secondary air injection valve. It's like a circuit, so it intermits. It's a common issue for Volkswagen. It was covered under warranty both times, so it wasn't. It happened twice, and it doesn't affect the drivability of the car. The valve opens up to push air through the cat to warm the cat up quicker, to be more efficient, because the cat doesn't work well when it's cold. So it heats the cat up, but sometimes that valve opens and closes while I'm driving, and that's not really what it's supposed to be for. It's supposed to stay open for like 30 seconds to 45 seconds on cold startup, and then after that it's supposed to stay closed until you turn off the car again. So the last thing that I want to talk about, I'm sure a lot of you guys know, I did Project Mark 7 based on mods and based on making this car the perfect everyday driver, but that you could take to the autocross track, you could take to an actual full circuit track, and everything else. So everyone's always asking me, how is the performance? How has the performance been, and how does the car respond at 70,000 miles? So I'm actually going to show you. So we'll start off with a little launch. as you can see, the performance has been absolutely great. I adore the performance. Despite the fact that you know there's stuff in the suspension in regards of the strut bearings that are a little questionable, car solid. Car's absolutely perfect. It handles really well, even for the stock tires that I have on it. For these Cooper tires, they're like all-season performance tires, but they handle extremely well, and the car is solid. So, absolutely handles very good though, and acceleration, this turbo still pulls strong. And I absolutely still love this car to this day. But yeah, so that's gonna conclude my driving portions of this car. Alright guys, well that's going to conclude the video of Project Mark 7. Like I said, this car has been awesome to drive, it's been awesome to modify, and it's been just an amazing experience meeting you guys along the way. And you guys looking at this type of content. Again, shout out to Deutsch Auto Parts for coming out with awesome kits that will actually keep the maintenance on your Mark 7 or Audi products or even any Volkswagen products low and efficient. And that's going to conclude, like I said, that's going to conclude this video. I need you guys to do a few things for me. I need you guys to, first of all, give this video a thumbs up. We need to bump up the channel. We need to bump up the subscriber counts. So I need your guys' help to do that. So give this video a thumbs up if you found this informational, if you found it interesting and entertaining. Also, like, share, and subscribe to the channel in general, JR14. And also, the last thing I need you guys to do is to smash that notification bell. This way you'll get the first updates of when a video is posted every single time it's posted, so you guys will get it on your phone, you get it in your email. Jay's going live, JR14's doing this, boom, it's on your email. You just click the link and then boom, it takes you automatically straight to the video. And remember guys, the last thing, remember, every video will be coming out at 7 p.m. Eastern time every Wednesday. So this video is actually going to be posted after the new year. So Happy New Year to you guys. This is the first video of 2019. So I want to wish every single one of you a Happy New Year. And remember, great things are coming out for this channel. But that's going to conclude everything. Remember guys, cars are a lifestyle.